Welcome to the Talking Sport Report podcast with Scotty and Ego.
Unbelievable!
If you smell... Oh, sorry, it's the Talking Sport Report. Sorry, Scotty, I've been watching way too many wrestling Instagram videos lately.
That's all right. I'm currently looking at signed wrestling cards.
Yeah.
So it's
kind of
6-1, half a dozen the other.
Kind of been very caught up back in the wrestling world again, but this is the Talking Sport Report. Welcome to an episode that's going to be drenched in rugby league, a little bit of celebration, and a lot of very interesting emails from our fantastic fan base of listeners right now. Our goats that message and email us through are some of the best in the world. It's so awesome. So we've got a couple of great comment clubs to get through a bit later on in the night. If you ever want to get in touch with us, we love it if you do. Voice message is preferred, but if you want to just email, you can, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. Scotty, before we get to the biggest questions around Origin, we are recording this the night before Laurie Daley is heading to the gallows. I mean, some of the questions around his side picking is very, very debatable, which we're going to do, and we're also going to go over what caught our eye in round 14, I believe, of the NRL this weekend, Scotty, which is a good one for you with Fosball we'll get to in a minute.
Round 14, actually, you know what? This is the first time, I think, in a few weeks. I haven't actually got the table up. So, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what round it is. I kind of got one eye on Origin, like you said, kind of got one eye on Laurie getting out the fucking way. That'd be nice. But, yeah, a little bit to get through. So, where do you want to kick off? Where do you want to start?
I need a moment. I need a moment. Yes.
Why?
Can
What's going on?
Now, this is going to be very much a Homer kind of sort of post. Like, it's... This is celebrating me, just for a minute here.
Okay.
But this is so rare for me. Scotty, this is so rare for me. And I know you get it because you are an Aston Villa supporter in the soccer. Mm-hmm. You're, you support Manly, which has had their ups and downs. I'm a Newcastle Knights supporter, going on Arsenal supporter, going on New York Knicks supporter.
Yes.
I thought I was in for the world of hurt for the rest of my life. I thought we were never going to be good with the Knights. We're never going to be good with Arsenal. We're always going to come second, third, and the Knicks would make the conference finals maybe in 20 years' time. I know we had a good side, but it's just outrageous what they were doing before this playoff started.
Yep.
So the Knicks, at time of recording this, are up 2-0 against the Spurs. They won both games in San Antonio, and as the famous Kobe Bryant once said, he didn't smile at a press conference when they asked him, "Why aren't you smiling? You're up 2-0 in the finals." He said, "Well, the job ain't done yet," and that's where I guess they've got to be really, really careful. But the Knicks haven't won a title and a championship since 1973, Scotty.
Massive.
That's just nuts.
It's huge. It's massive. My concern here is, and Kobe nailed it, we don't want to count the chickens before they hatch. How good's throwing out cliches? Like, it's not over till the fat lady sings, you know?
But
This
it
is
feels
the game
good.
of two halves.
Yeah,
you know?
but it feels good.
It does. It does.
Because we're going back to New York now for 2 games at, can I just say, the Madison Square Garden games, you will be able to hear them from Australia. Yeah, they're very expensive. Fucking hell, they're so expensive.
I'm all for this. And... You know, I messaged you the other day and said this could be a huge few weeks for you in sport as a supporter. Massive, absolutely massive. My biggest fear is you don't want to become that second New York team that's absolutely blown. You know what? The Yankees were up 3-0 I think against the Red Sox in 2004. Got done 4-3, which is almost unheard of. Clearly not, because the Red Sox done it. I don't want you guys to peak too early because I don't want to look back on this in a week and go, what the fuck happened?
We know if, say the Knicks win game 3, which is really good chance being at home and the way they're playing.
Yep.
They would be up 3-0.
They're
and
huge.
No side has ever, in the history of the NBA, ever come back from 3-0. Could you imagine my luck that this is the one time the Knicks finally getting a title for the first time since 73 and they get done in a 3-0 comeback? If any bastard's going to do it, it's Wemby. Fuck me.
Oh, exactly. Now, there is one way for you to avoid the absolute heartbreak. Absolute.
All right.
And I do know that you've seen this because we briefly discussed it, and I absolutely loved it. You need to follow the same path Elmo did from Sesame Street. I don't know who has seen this.
You got to catch people up on this. This is great.
On his X account, formerly Twitter, I read the article a couple of days ago. Elmo has caused quite a stir. Now, where is Sesame Street? New York.
In New York.
Yes, absolutely it is. We didn't have the privilege of visiting. I don't know if we were allowed. I'm not sure. But
I think we're too drunk to go on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I think there is a breathalyzer to get on that street.
Or we're
with
asleep. We're asleep because of the stupid fucking time zones. Anyway, Elmo has hit his X account discussing the NBA Finals, which is what Spurs versus the Knicks. And Elmo has tweeted, I hope both teams have fun. That's it. He's not going for the Knicks. He's not going for the Spurs. Wants both teams to have fun. It's reminded me of that time Marge tried to put $1 on every horse to have a good time.
Yeah.
What in the actual fuck is a New Yorker doing just hoping both teams have fun? Now, in saying that, it's a fucking smart move. Like yourself, if you adopt this, there will be no heartache. Yeah, it won't be as elated because you're just there for both teams to have fun. But if somebody does happen to go 3-0 up and someone else comes back, you're okay because you just want both teams to have fun.
I just love, if you look through the shade that Elmo's getting thrown, pick a side, coward. This isn't time for sportsmanship, Elmo. These streets aren't Sesame. Wow, not now, Elmo. And then there's a picture of Grover hanging out with the New York Knicks. As if like, well, he's picked a side. Pick a side, pussy.
Covenant, Jesus. And I will say, though, probably not the time or the place, but it'd be a nice change for Elmo from those years of, what was it? The allegations of child misconduct. Anyway, moving on.
Well, let's leave on this comment. I think it's a great one from a guy who wrote back to Elmo saying, "Fucking coward. This is why Cookie Monster is the GOAT." And I think that's actually quite fair. So, look, it's been a big year so far. The Knights are actually playing some really, really good football.
They are.
And we'll get to another reason why I'm rock hard about that in a minute. But the Arsenal coming through, the Gunners, 22 years since the title, and now hopefully the Knicks, the Knickerbockers. God, it would be great, especially if it could be a sweep. Just win both in New York. Don't even go back to San Antonio. Sweep. They've won 13 straight, Scotty. It's been like 48 days without a loss. The Knicks have had 48 days without a loss. And if they do complete the sweep and win the last two games and make it a 4-0 win, it will mean 15 straight playoff victories, which is a tie for the record with that. It was a 2019 Golden State Warriors team, which was the Steph Curry one that went on to win. They just basically wiped through every side, and then they won all three. They're up 3-0 against Cavaliers, and then LeBron forced a win in Cleveland, and they then won that series 3-1. They lost one game the whole time. So the record is 15 straight, and they will have the chance to do that if they win both games in San Antonio. Let's get to the biggest question marks, though, around Origin. Enough about my boner for a second. And, Scotty, I'd love to get your take on this because this blew up our friends chat, especially our punters club. What's the go with Munster and Ponga almost bashing on a little bit in that Storm Newcastle game? That was a very heated game, and it all sort of started from a very, very intentional shove when Ponga wasn't ready for it with Munster coming through and then claim he didn't hear the referee stop the whistle. Bit of a dog shot, but it didn't just, I guess, started on and kept going on from there.
Yeah, but I mean, you love to see it. Bit of aggression, bit of mongrel, but is it mind games? Is it look, it's caused everybody now to talk. Everybody is getting vocal. People are looking into it. People are trying to dissect it. What has happened? Has this come from his send-off in Origin? Has something been said after that? Is there, I guess, a bit of niggling going on as somebody questions someone else? Or is this simply a case of Munster didn't hear the whistle. Yeah, I mean, he's just an upstanding bloke. I don't think he's ever done anything wrong. He's not a dirty footballer. Ah, fuck. I couldn't keep a straight face.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fucking strange, wasn't it? Like...
No, he plays for New South Wales, Ethan.
Oh,
but,
Ethan.
I totally get what you mean. Yeah, no, Munster is the cleanest player you like. It's going to be very interesting because there's nothing we like more as Blues supporters than a little bit of infighting.
A little bit, yes.
But
Smidgen.
if it just, the downside to this whole situation, Scotty?
Is there one?
Yep, make-up sex.
Oh.
Make-up sex fixes everything. And if they have make-up sex and they become stronger for game 2, could you imagine Ponga and Munster just in love again after the make-up sex? And then they just come out and just rock New South Wales as well. Like that scares me a little bit.
It depends if one of them falls pregnant.
Well, it doesn't matter if they do because it's a long way down the track. It won't affect them this weekend or on Wednesday week.
It's true. It depends.
You know what I mean?
It could be super sperm, Munster super sperm.
No, mate. Some women continue to drink for months before they realise they're pregnant and keep partying. So I think Munster and Ponga will be fine after the make-up sex.
You're right. That's how I turned out how I am. Thanks, Mum.
That's right. And
Appreciate
you are a very smart boy. You're a good boy. All right?
I licked all the windows clean. Oh, shit.
Hey, the next debate that I think is worth a question, because before we get to, I guess, Laurie Daley's expected team, and the hardest part about this, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you've probably heard the team, so it'd be great to sort of see if the team is close, because I think there's some interesting points there. But the New South Wales, wait for it, the New South Wales 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 14 player debate. This is outrageous, the fact that it's that many.
Stop. Go back.
Mm-hmm.
Slower, please, because I'm still trying to carry the 7.
All right. The 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 14 debate.
Jesus Christ. That was almost like that scene off Friends when Monica's, where you have to touch. It's like a 6.
Yeah.
A 6 and then a 7. Yeah. Holy shit. All right, so looking at this, there's not many that's safe. So who is the 2?
Well, I didn't put the 2 in. That was
no,
you
no,
trying to carry the 2.
Yeah,
I'd say Toto.
Yeah, okay.
As much as he had a bad game, it's Brian Toto. He's not going to do that again.
No, exactly.
He's like first picked. Like his work off the wing is just absolutely unbelievable, right? So you're locking him in.
7. Why is 7 on here? Like you'd think there'd be no question over Cleary.
No, but I think it's more the fact that the 7 is kind of being debated because you've got Moses coming back in. So it's like all that whole thing of who works well with Cleary. You know what I mean? So I think the 7 is safe, but I think the combination is the interesting part.
Yeah.
Moses is a traditional 7. He'll play the 6 to Cleary, but it's that whole thing of like, is it strange because you don't change a winning team? Do you bring in Katoa from the Gold Coast, which, everyone's saying Redcliffe is going to get a run. So then again, I guess he plays 5'8" there, but like that's why the 6 and the 7's there, because just that combination with Cleary. But I agree. Yep. Cleary's an absolute lock, no questions asked. And you'd probably say, the 5's not a question either. But fuck, Nawaqanitawaze comes back and scores 3. Looking like an absolute gorgeous gentleman down that wing, just slotting them home at will against Ethan Strange and Canberra and Canberra. Like, fuck me.
Scoreless.
Fuck me.
Well, I mean, I've just had a look. So they reckon, reportedly, the Queensland team's locked in. There's nothing here that gives the actual side. There's only a few little tidbits. So it looks like Walsh is in.
Yeah. So he'll come off the bench, right?
For Mam. He's taken Mam's spot.
Yeah. Good.
Finafuaki debuting after Patrick Carrigan was ruled out. Shibasaki was in the reserves for game 1, but he's injured too, so he's pretty well fucked. There's a likely New South Wales team here, and I'm just trying to have a look. I don't know if this is... Oh, yeah, okay. I can see it.
The
Teddy,
big thing for me is
Stags.
it almost looks very unchanged. So they're
Yes,
naming
100%.
Crichton.
Yeah.
They're naming Crichton. The
Yeah.
only big one would be Payne Haas coming in, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
But everything else stays very similar, except we lose some of those bench players. So with Blake Bailey obviously hurting himself, Api Coruscant comes in.
Yep,
They keep
definitely.
Strange. They keep McLean. But you're sort of saying, Casey was potentially...
Yeah, he's going for scans.
He's going for scans. So, like,
Is he pregnant?
we're in a weird spot where maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Well, hang on.
But, Crichton could not make it. Like, it's very, very interesting. Very, very
All right.
interesting because...
So, just quickly, this article from 4 hours ago says McLean's fine after injury scare. He's been cleared of any serious injury. Now, when I said to you that he was going for scans, that was the exact same article that said that if Moses isn't fit, they will go with Ethan Strange. And then a little bit further down, it said if Moses isn't fit, Katoa looks like he'll get his first Origin jersey.
That
Fuck
actually
knows.
that makes complete and utter sense. That's what it's like living in Laurie Daley's head for a few hours. The cunt
Fucking
doesn't know
hell.
what day it is. You know what I mean? Like this is exactly the problem. I think he might have early onset of Alzheimer's. He just can't remember who he picked. Like think about when he named game one, he couldn't even remember one of his players' names.
Well,
Trying to read out a fucking Queenslander. Like he has literally lost the plot, and all this pressure's gotten to him. He can't even remember when he's having an interview with someone who he's told who's going to be the 7 and the 6, and he changes it before the end of the sentence.
This is going to be interesting. It really is, because I can see it going that the way Laurie's doing this and what he's done in even last when he was announcing the team, I can see something along the lines of, unfortunately, we haven't got space in this side for Stephen Crichton. He's being replaced by Stephen Crichton. Just something like, do you know what I mean? It's nothing's out of the question. You can't rule anything out. I'm wondering if he is going to come in and say, look, we've heaps of changes here. We've just shaken things up, and then comes in and names the exact same fucking squad, 1 through 19.
Yeah, exactly. Or like your point around, Katoa. And look, Katoa from the Dolphins is an incredible player and will be an Origin player for sure. But it's hard to see Ethan Strange going if Miss Moses is not fit because of how well he played in that game one. He's just built for Origin. But it's kind of gives me that Reece Robson vibes where he's going to say, look, I'm bringing in Katoa because he's got a connection to the assistant trainer. Remember he did that with Reece over the other player who's got the connection with Teddy because he was saying Teddy's got a connection with Reece Robson, but Dylan Edwards, he's got a connection with Cleary and but that was the reason why he put him in the side was his connection with the 9. So I feel like that might be his way around. But anyway, next weekend's podcast is going to be heavily devoted to Origin. Mainly because this next round of football is going to be a fucking basket case of like 4.5 games. Yeah. And so we'll be heavily focused. We'll be heavily focused on the Knicks hopefully winning and wrapping up the NBA finals and State of Origin in next week's podcast. So let's move into what caught our eye, Scotty, from the round of football that we've just watched. I know there's still one game to go, Parramatta. Yep. But fuck it, let's do it anyway.
What's
caught your eye?
Game? It's fucking shit.
Fair.
Straight off the bat. You know what? I didn't even. So we jump in here and we put our own little things in. It's nice. I didn't even get a chance to put my first one in, and I am happy with this. Fucking Fosball, baby.
Yes, I put that in for you. I'm like, you, as a Manly supporter, you must be over the moon.
It's a strange feeling because, I joked that, that he's pushing to get the full-time gig. Once he lands that, he's just going to put his feet up now and coast through to get sacked so he gets a big payout. Yeah. And, mate, I don't know what is going on. The 2 losses that he's had, one was by 2 points against Penrith. The other one was, 6 points or so against the Sharks. Yeah. It doesn't really count. It's fucking Sharks. No one cares about them at all. But, mate, hasn't it taken over at Manly? Like Fospines Park.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you
that KFC?
The KFC. That was absolutely sensational.
So if you didn't see it, they replaced the Colonel's photo with a very similar looking. If you drove past, you might not double take, but it was of Foz.
100%. Absolutely. It's. I don't know.
The most
it's
amazing thing,
strange.
Scotty, for me is I've got a very love-hate relationship with Manly.
Mm.
You know, a lot of grand final rivalries start, and I know for Manly there's a lot more bigger rivals, but the Knights in the 97 grand final kind of always disliked Manly because of that game, and that's always been one of those ones.
Carroll v Chief.
Yep,
Chief,
some
massive.
big ones.
Yep.
And just that whole grand final lead up.
Mm.
This is funny, and I know for a fact that Manly are one of those sides, along with probably the Roosters, that are very, very grating on a lot of NRL fans. Like, a lot of people hate Manly for that exact reason. They're very rarely loved by the neutral. I'm finding it very hard to not love Manly right now during Fosball.
Do you know
it's
what?
just that fucking good.
You've obviously seen the banner that does the rounds. You know, guess what? Manly hates you too. There's no secret everyone hates Manly. I saw one the other night in the crowd. Guess what? You can't hate Fosball.
You can't.
And mate, absolutely beautiful. Look, I don't like how others it's trying to catch on amongst others. I saw merch being sold on Facebook the other day for Benji Ball. Because fuck me.
Ooh.
If that's Benji Ball, geez, I don't want to know about it. I'll give you fucking 68 reasons not to get on that.
Yeah.
And the other one was, fuck, you know what? Again, I have absolutely no interest for them and have no time for them. But the other one was, I'm just having a quick look. Fitzball. Fitzball for Craig Fitzgibbon. Look, I don't like it. Piss it off. Get your own. Get your fucking own.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Look, I love Fosball. I hope Fosball's here to stay. I don't know what it is, but the players just look. It's just different. You know, I don't know if it's because he is a Manly boy, or I don't know. But fuck, look, it carries on.
The fact that he was literally playing in the NRL, last season?
Yeah.
And now he's a head coach. And not only just the head coach, he's a head coach going, how fucking hard can this be, boys? Like, this is easy as shit. And it's not like he's inherited the Melbourne Storm or something ridiculous. They are a very good team, but they were getting their asses handed to them. And now they're an incredible team. So he's obviously done something right. And I said, I fucking love it. I think Fosball is brilliant, and the flash in the pan moment of this is what I love. I remember when the and I know it's not a new thing either, because Fosball, you look at Bazball in England cricket, there's always been a version of it before. But the best part, remember when Canberra brought in the Viking horn? Everyone was like, holy shit, like a very, very cool moment for the NRL. And then a few other teams try to copy them. I think in the Broncos, they get some idiot to come out and dong the horseshoe. Like, it's fucking painfully, just terrible. Like, seriously. But everyone sees something great and they go, well, we're going to copy and make our version of it. But the best part about Fosball is this was very natural and it came up very naturally. And that's why it's awesome. If you force these things, like in Thailand, you force a fart, you're going to shit yourself. Simple as that. Best way to look at it.
Fuck. All right. Hey, what's caught your eye?
I am rock hard.
We've discussed this.
I know we've discussed this and I've really got to settle myself down. What's the opposite of Viagra? I need that because Dylan Lucas has just re-signed with the Knights. Now, I messaged you through the week. I was really nervous about this one because I'd heard word that, you know, his manager and the Knights were not on great terms.
Yep.
And there was all this flutter because he's borderline Origin player. He's a fucking awesome second rower.
Yeah.
And we need him at the Knights. He's just that good. And I was scared that the Roosters or someone with deep pockets would come along, take him, and that would be the end of that for the Knights.
Thanks for coming.
And they locked him up till 2030 through the week.
How positive is this? Not just him, but they're building like a solid foundation. Players.
Can I read you a list here?
No.
Good.
No.
This is the Newcastle Knights, and I'll tell you when they're locked into. So Dylan Lucas, obviously 2030.
Yep.
Kalyn Ponga, 2030. Dylan Brown, 2035. Oh, that's a long one. Greg Marzu, 2029. Trey Mooney, 29. Sandon Smith, 29. Fletcher Sharp, 28. Jermaine McEwen, let's just brush past him because he's done from DUI. And Phoenix Crossland, 28. But what a fucking awesome list of like a core Newcastle Knights
Huge
list there. That's so good.
It's a positive thing. It's the foundations. Obviously, something's going right at the club. To lock those players in for that long, it's a huge positive. It's exciting times if you're a Knights fan. And honestly, rock hard. Yeah, and honestly, not so exciting for the neutrals looking in because it just means the results are going to go Newcastle's way. They're going to start winning more. They're going to achieve more. Yeah. You guys are sitting what? All right, you're 7th now, but in saying that, you have a look at the points. You're sitting 7th, but you are equal with Manly in 4th, who are on 18 points.
And it was a fun game. That Storm game, that's normally a game where the Knights get fucking their ass handed to them. And that was, I mean, some would say we're probably hard done by with some of the reffing calls down there.
Yeah.
We will get to some of the reffing calls in a minute, but what has caught your eye else in the round this week?
Do you know what? I have to, this is a two-parter. It's about Brisbane. One was meant to be an apology. Now, I go to the gym with a mate of mine.
You're apologising to the Broncos?
No, not the Broncos. Not the Broncos. So I go to the gym of a morning with a mate of mine, Brenton. He's a Broncos fan. Mm-hmm. And I, on the show last weekend, basically said that the Broncos were the Dragons' bitch. 12 months ago, the Dragons beat them up there. It was their last away win. They've then gone up and done it again. I copped it last week in the gym. Now I'm talking, I was worked hard. He is helping me, but really he's adding a little bit of extra weight to the bar, shit like that. I felt it. I was sore. Anyway, I told him
Who really wins on that one, mate? You win on that one.
I told him I will apologise. I will come on here this Sunday and apologise. After that Titans game, he has sent me a text night before. Yeah, last night. Yeah. Sent me a text and basically said, "No, I'm with you. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm done. I'm off it. Yep, go for it. Don't worry about it." So I rescind the apology.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
And fuck Brisbane. They are absolutely woeful. And basically they are any bottom team's bitch.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, can you believe it? 2 weeks in a row, the mighty Brisbane Broncos, even though they've got some injuries, I don't care. You lose to the Dragons and then you lose to the Titans. That's just a recipe for disaster.
It could only get worse if they come out and lose to Parramatta or the Dogs. It would be fuck. How long's Madge got, you reckon?
Well, if he's getting questioned off the back of winning a premiership, could you imagine what it's like, how long he's going to get? Like, it's just going to be a disaster from here. If you win the title and you win the whole comp and you don't even get like 6 months of free reign. I remember I sent you an article through the week about how much of and I love Brisbane as a city.
Yes.
But how bad it is to be a player or a coach at that club because they're so aggressively focused on the win that no matter, even if they've got something good going, like Madge, who's a very, very good coach, to have him being questioned that soon, that I love it, to be fair. I fucking love that they get on it because it just means it blows up in their face more often than not. But it happens all the time, right? They just, as soon as there's one thing that doesn't go there, if they don't win every single week, there's an issue in that team. And they won the fucking comp and there was an issue round one with the coach and the players and all of the above. And you're like, what is going on in this place?
It's fucking insane.
That's insane.
Absolutely insane. So I stand by that. Broncos, get fucked.
Yeah. Do your second one, because I think that's a good idea. You've got another one to do with that as a part two for the Broncos this
Broncos
week.
again. Now this was... Again, came off the back of the gym. We were chatting about them playing the Titans. This is before they played the Titans. Brenton mentioned that they're wearing their blackout jerseys.
Yeah.
I said, oh, fuck. I said, that's awesome. What a
beautiful jersey
we frothed on it. We even to the point where...
Best jersey ever.
Every club should do this.
Yeah.
To some extent. Not a pride jersey. Definitely not a pride jersey.
No.
Because that didn't go down well at
No,
Manly
that's
at
not-
all.
no,
Give us the
no.
blackout jersey.
Yep.
And then Brenton goes, "Oh, I'm not a big fan." I'm like, "Well, what are you like? How? It was fucking beautiful." They changed it. It's not a blackout jersey anymore.
It's a Broncos move, mate. Change something that's not broken.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fucking fix it.
So
It's
they
not
put
a blackout
reflective
jersey.
shit all over it, didn't they?
Yeah, it's like they've gone out and they've bought that reflective fucking tape you put on your work. I don't know. I've never done
blackout
physical
anymore.
labour.
It's not blackout
so-
anymore.
No, it's not. It's just a black jersey with the sponsor. Like that's it. It's not blackout.
Do you reckon the sponsor cracked the shits because they're like, we can't see our sponsorship?
Who gives a fuck? It's Kia. It's fucking Kia. It's not like it's Toyota or even Mitsubishi. Fuck, it's not even like it's a Tesla. You know what I mean? It's fucking Kia.
We do love sponsors on this podcast, though. So if you'd like to sponsor the podcast
We've never
by
had
any
one.
stretch, yes, it's probably for
I'll
this
tell
exact
you what,
reason,
we will.
Scotty.
You know what? We'll take one, except for you, Kia. We don't want you. I've had my say.
Oh, I think we know what the go fuck yourself is for the end of the podcast
You've
tonight.
just ruined it. Now I need a new one. Fuck you, Kia.
What caught my eye this week, the players are apparently very pissed at a lot of things in the NRL.
Oh yeah,
But there's two that's really annoyed them the most, and it probably takes my next two of what caught my eye.
Ashley
The
Klein?
players, yeah, pretty much
No,
all of the above.
That's the fans.
That's the
just the fans.
The players are pissed at the 6 again rule.
Oh,
And some
what is
senior-
it these days?
It's so fucking annoying. Go back to the way it was. Why have we got all these changes every year?
I
So-
agree.
The players have gone and had a meeting with Peter V'landys, who through the week once old mate resigned as the CEO, decided that he was there was word coming. He's starting to sound a lot like Kim Jong Un, don't you think? So the
What do you
CEO,
mean?
well the what's his name, Peter Abdo, the CEO of or the whatever of rugby league. So he resigns. He's going to Tennis Australia.
Yes.
That's a big enough warning shot that he's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
Fucking mic drop. I'm going to tennis.
We're sorted.
I'm leaving rugby. I'm going to fucking tennis.
We're done.
So the word was around that V'landys was then going to assume control of both roles because that's what he likes to do. He's like maybe the better way to describe him, he's like Germany in World War II, where as soon as something becomes slightly vacant, he just takes it and he goes on to the next one. So now he runs New South Wales Racing. He's the CEO of, or the runner of the ARLC chairman, and now he wants to be the CEO of the NRL as well. So he's in this land grab. So they've apparently had a meeting with him to discuss that they don't love the 6 again rule. Everyone's fucking confused because everyone is fucking confused
Definitely.
about what's a penalty, what's not a penalty. The best part is this. I don't know how accurate these are, but they're saying they've done a bit of a survey. There's decreased player enjoyment because of these new rules. 39% of players are saying they do not enjoy the game as much in 2026 as compared to 2025.
I don't know why. I was waiting for you to go. 23% have come out and said it doesn't feel as good when they have to wear a condom. But that's where I thought you were going with this.
How about this? 84% feel the referees have had a greater impact now on the match results. Well, fucking, that makes sense. There are a lot more match blowouts, and some of the high-profile stars, like your Cam Munsters, your Jerome Hughes, they've had a bit more of an issue with it, saying the game feels now like touch football. Remember the famous thing a couple of weeks ago when Kalyn Ponga came in to make a tackle, and the referee's like, just reduce your force, Kalyn. Reduce your force. And it's like, and he's like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah.
So this is where it's at. This is where it's at. The meeting is still happening, and like they're going to be having discussions back and forth, but it started. The revolt has started, and V'landys is just getting ready to take on his third seat, and he's now got to realise he's got to fight this other fight with the players.
I'm just having a quick look. Who's the head of the Rugby League Players Association?
It
'Cause I
was
remember-
Clint Newton.
Still,
It was
Has
Clint
he
Newton,
been doing
yeah.
that fucking job for years?
He has.
Like,
He's been doing it for a
Steve
long time. And
Harker's on the chair. Yeah, Clint Newton, OAM, Dr. Deidre, Tim Gordon, Jack Cogger's on there. Ewan Aiken.
Yeah, they have a couple of players. I remember famously, was it Mick Guinness used to be on there back in the day? Like, so I think they have like current
Jesus.
players in
Chad
there as well to help.
Townsend, Felici Kafusi. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you reckon this is just going to drag out now? And
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we'll really know how Volandis handles this, because normally he handles it like. Remember when everyone was leaving rugby league to go to Rugby 360 and he started handing out lifelong bans?
Yep. Yep.
You want to revolt against Hitler? I meant me. Then I will give you lifelong bans. Holy shit. Man, this is dictatorship at its best right now in the NRL. It's crazy.
Did you know they do a player of the month? Did you know that?
Has Ashley Klein won the last few?
The last 8.
Yeah. He's undefeated all year.
There you go. Look at this. Rugby League Players Association locked in the 3 nominees for the Player of the Month for May are Cameron Munster, Dylan Lucas, and Katoa from the Dolphins. I did not know this was a thing.
And if you look at the reports on the Origin side, apparently Katoa and Lewis, Dylan Lucas, are not going to get picked in Origin this week. So, go figure.
Exactly.
Good old Laurie. He obviously looks at the opposite direction. Maybe he just can't see past his nose. I don't know. Hey, the other thing I wanted to quickly bring up was the refs' call this weekend on some of these hilarious moments. We talked about the famous Manly try that put Wayne almost in an early grave. And I don't know if you could call it early grave.
Wouldn't be fucking early.
He's as old as Clint Eastwood. But that, and I love did you hear the ref cam? So the ref cam was going on and he's like, he was sort of saying, look, it's just that sticky stuff you put on your hands. It's why the ball lifted. He still had complete control of it. And I'm like, what?
Fuck, it doesn't matter what you got on your hands.
Yeah.
Like, all right, that's like saying you've kicked it out on the full, right? Cleary's kicked it out on the full. No, it's just a scrum because it's come off the side of his boot. Didn't come off the top, it come off the side by accident. So we're going to pack a scrum.
He put a bit of that spray on that boot, and that's just got a little bit stuck. And if he didn't have that spray on, it would have been a metre to the right. It's actually a 40-20.
It's a 40-20. You're fucking 40-20. Manly fan, we scored directly from that, but holy shit, was that a piss take. Absolute piss take.
There's none better, though, than that Cowboys one. If anyone hasn't seen it, do yourself a favour. Google Cowboys try against the Dolphins. Look, you nailed it when he loses the ball over the line. He's got no idea where the fucking ball is and happens to put his hand down to brace his fall and grounds it.
He grounds it.
Simultaneously. So had no fucking idea where the ball was. But that's a try in 2026. Any other year would have been like, has got no idea. It's even though he technically did, there's no control there.
Yes.
But we were talking to you earlier about how the NRL has they seem to have changed this rule where it's not about control anymore as long as you've got downward force. It's not a good role model for rugby league players, is it?
As long as you forced it.
Don't worry, mate. As long as you forced it, it's okay by us. Do you reckon they take that on Mad Monday? Well, fucking Mike.
It's all right. I forced it.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, but did she consent?
Yeah.
Didn't matter. I forced it.
I had downward pressure. I forced it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you can't win.
Mate.
That was, Fuck, you
That's
got
it
one
for me
more.
this week.
Is it?
Oh, look, I was going to talk quickly about Latrell picking up, apparently the word is a $1.4 million contract at the end of this season. And look, I get it. You want to have Trell on your team. But Latrell Mitchell, you talk about $1.4 million and then divvy that up for how many minutes he's on the field. It's not a good financial decision, is it?
It's like Turbo when he got his deal.
Yeah.
Same thing.
At least he tried to give some back.
Yeah, true, and they wouldn't let him.
They wouldn't let him. They're like, no. Hey, we've got a show goat that is a legend who listens to every podcast religiously. His name is the wonderful Jimmy. And he has now doing his 3-2-1s. He sends through an audio message to us and gives us what he thinks are the 3 standouts of the round.
Yes.
This is week 2 of this, Scotty, and you
I
haven't
have
heard it.
not heard this yet. He's dropped it in a chat. He's asked if it's too long. I didn't know what he was referring to. I can tell you it's not. I haven't heard this. I don't want to listen to it, so hit me with it.
Here we go. Jimmy's 3-2-1s for the round of footy.
Boys, friends, and Scott. I'll preface this 3-2-1 today by saying that I've had a couple this afternoon. Look, 1 point this week. It's got to go to the Penrith Panthers masterclass this afternoon. Absolutely. It's an absolute carve up. Look, I'm not a big fan of Penrith, but I'm an even less of a fan of the West Tigers, and to see them get their asses absolutely handed to them was sensational stuff. The 2 points got to go to, it's going to actually go to two people, Kalyn Ponga and Cameron Munster. Those two blokes flogging each other on Friday night was great to see. If there's one thing I love seeing more than blokes from New South Wales belt the shit out of Queenslanders, Queenslanders beating the shit out of Queenslanders. So that's the 2 points this week. 3 points. Look, it goes to the whole game. Look, it goes to Brisbane Broncos versus the Gold Coast Titans game. Look, it started off with Chris Randall getting knocked out, completely KO'd. 15 minutes later, the ref pulls it up and says he's being checked for a HIA. Look, they checked him. They asked what day of the week it was, and he said purple. He was clearly knocked out. We all could see it. Also, that stupid dance the Broncos do. Great to see the Gold Coast Titans fans absolutely feeding it to the Broncos fans with that dance as they walked out of the stadium. And further to this, the jersey. Look, the jersey last year was absolutely sensational. Sort of like the All Blacks rugby jersey. All black, sponsors all black, blah, 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 blah. I was excited for it this year. I got a text message. I think I was like Saturday morning at the park with the kids, and I saw a text message come through, and it was a Brisbane Broncos player in the text message. I thought that was a bit weird. I thought, shit, at some stage here I've signed up in my inebriated state to become a Broncos member. It was actually from, I didn't realise it at the time, but it was from the Black Dog Institute. Now I texted that number back and said, look, I'm excited about the jersey. It's created in some movement in my trousers, and I've sent that to you blokes.
He did.
But yeah, I did later obviously realise it was from the Black Dog Institute Foundation, which has been a bit awkward since then. But anyway, that's about it. Actually, further to that, when the jersey came out, it was shitty ass.
It was woeful.
It was like the blokes that walk around with the flat brim hats with the metallic stickers still on them. It's like they'd done that, but all over the jersey. Horrendous.
Oh, so good.
Absolutely horrendous. Anyway, thank you. Thanks again for having me. And go the Eels tomorrow. Cheers, boys. Keep up the good work. Bye.
Brilliant. Nicely done, Jimmy. These are becoming my favourite part of this podcast each and every week. That is fucking hilarious.
Oh, shit. Wow. How do you follow that? You don't.
You don't.
Oh,
you know what you do? You just
next
move
week.
gracefully into Comment Club.
Perfect.
It's time for Comment Club. Normally I ignore all the comments. I get a lot of them. I've got to get paid for this crap.
This is the part of the show where we read emails, messages, audio messages. We love it when you get an audio message or a video. If you do send us a video, we can play you on our YouTube version of this podcast as well. So you get to see yourself on the podcast as much as hear yourself on the podcast. So the best way to do that is through email, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. Yep. You can also slide into our DMs. We are at Talking Sport Report in Instagram world, the YouTube world, and the TikTok world. Scotty, I want to start us off with an allegation straight out of the bats from a young Luke Gilchrist.
Oof.
Very, very good show, man.
Yes.
Right, g'day,
Sensational
lads.
bloke.
Just to preface this at the top, we do have a Talking Sport Report tipping competition.
Yeah.
We do. Gilly is doing pretty good. Gilly set it up for us. Great guy.
He did.
So here he writes, "G'day, lads. I see Scotty has neglected to enter his footy tips the last few weeks, and I'm starting to wonder if he might be the Reece Walsh of the footy tipping. Walsh has gone missing once it starts to get a little bit hard and the bright lights start to dim. Scotty's hanging down the bottom of that table and has done a bit of a Walsh and walked out like a dad going for milk. You boys, another question here for you. So that's the allegation. And then he says, are you boys doing a World Cup preview episode?
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't on our radar, but what are your thoughts, Scotty? I mean, this is more of a you thing.
It's quite, I wouldn't say it's difficult, but it's quite frustrating. It's bigger now. There's more teams. There's more games. It's more commercialized. I believe there's a halftime show in the final this year because it's in America. Happy to do one, but it would be run off the premise of basically sports bet odds, things like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I really hope for is there's a few things now. We knock over the Yanks with how fucking vocal they're getting. And England don't fucking win it because I don't want to sit back and listen to It's Coming Home every fucking game.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I used to love England when Beckham was playing because it was Beck's mania, but now they can fuck themselves.
100%. Definitely.
You got one?
I actually do. I've got Sluggy. Sorry, I'm doing next week's tips. I'm doing next week's fucking tips.
Good, there you go. Gilly's back. Reese has decided to show up this week.
I'm doing them. Submit tips, done. Okay. Now, again, I haven't read this. I was hoping for an audio clip from Sluggy.
He did apologise for that. He's saying it's...
He did.
It's a big week of work for him.
We've really opened the door for people, and they've just absolutely dogged it this week. Guys, be better.
Yep.
Just fucking be better.
Yep.
All right?
But don't
be
expect
sorry.
much from this podcast. Actually, you
Be
expect
better.
fuck all, to be fair.
Exactly.
Listen to the podcast every week. That's the first one. And send in some audio messages, for God's sake.
Give us fucking 5 stars. Anyway.
We're starting to sound like whiny little bitches, aren't we?
All right. Now, please bear with me. I have not read this. Here we go.
Here we go. Strap in, boys.
Subject.
Strap in.
I like the subject. Trying to be better.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be the truth.
Well, here is my view of the week that was. We take you to Baker's Delight Field where the Crusty Eagles were playing with myxomatosis rabbits, with the rabbits falling quicker than buildings in the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
You would like crusty, Scott. You would like crust, Scotty, much like you like the veiny texture on the top of your tongue. Yeah, you just turn the Snickers bar upside down. It's fantastic.
That's right.
Shut
Beautiful.
up. Melbourne Reserve Bank took on the Knights with the financial sector coming in hot after a few good games. While it was a good game, a few calls did not go the Knights' way, suffering a 2-point loss. Also, Ponga is out again. The guy is weaker than a third world country economy. Okay, I do like that.
Okay.
The Roosters improved in on their salary cap by including the Raiders team in cap and paying them not to turn up. It was like the Raiders were a deadbeat dad, went to get milk and forgot to come home.
Shit.
The next 2 games were all Queensland affairs. For the rest of the league world, these games were as gay as AIDS. The John West rejects taking branding iron to the arse of the Cowgirls and claiming them as their own. Second, we have the Reese Plumbing Broncos versus the Titans. For a team to look so shit and play a game like that, who would believe that they won the comp last year? I don't know what's in the water up there, possible shit particles, but they need to be drinking out of a different bowl. Sorry, can't give more of a wrap-up, but I had to do my other job. Peace out, Slug. Go fuck yourself, the Storm Accountants.
Yeah. That's quite good.
That was good, but I do miss the real controversial. So if we can go halfway between what he just sent and his controversials, I think we've hit
as
the
long as he's
jackpot.
doing the audio message. That's the preference. So you
yes.
haven't got to say these controversial
No, you
things. We
are
just
right.
we put our hands up and go, it wasn't us.
You are 100%. What
and
have
it's
you got?
interesting, he touched on Ponga as well. So it does look like Ponga is going to be sweet for Origin, but yeah, the hurt neck is not ideal. Not ideal at all.
What have you got?
I've got one from our great friend, Shane Nevin.
Oh, yes.
Nev is a legend. He is the captain of the ship that is our punters club. And did I tell you I got a punt? No, the multi. Still trying to push that up.
Tell us more.
Wasn't successful this week, that's for damn sure. All right, morning legends. I was listening to the podcast this morning, and your conversation about the Knights in 2001 got me thinking. While it's no secret that the Joey factor drove our success during the glory years, I wanted to dig into actual data to see how it stacks up. This is what I love about Nev. He's just gone that extra, this is like going and getting your roses if we're trying to date. He's trying to get the extra mile out of us. I love that. We're definitely in for a second date, Nev. I did a quick deep dive into the historic 2001 Premiership season to look at the numbers with and without Andrew Johns. All right, you ready for this, Scotty? Knights' performance with Joey. without Joey. 8 games missed for the whole season. Record, 3 wins, 5 losses.
Oof.
Total points, 190. Average, 23.75 points per game. Now, when Joey did play, the other 20 games, 16 wins,
Wow.
3 losses, 1 draw, a total of 611 points and an average of 30.55 points per game.
Wow.
So he says the takeaway is pretty stark. During the premiership winning season, the Knights scored 28.6 more points per game simply by having a man like Joey Johns on the field. So on that basis, I think we can officially value the Joey factor at 1.2586. Good maths, Ned.
What?
You've blown Scotty's head right off.
Fucking done.
As always, love your work. P.S.
Wow.
When is Tess coming on the show? Best canteen lady ever. She was the best.
I don't think you paid for a fucking feed, did ya?
I used to love going to Tess and I would rock up. She'd like, all right, Matthew, what the fuck do you want? And I'd be like, can I have I really, really want a sausage roll. She's like, all right, well, I'll get you. I said, but no, I just don't have any. She goes, shut the fuck up. Put your money on the table. All right, and I put $1.50 on the table. So they were $3.50, let's say. And she comes back and she gives me $1.50 in change just in different coins and the sausage roll and says, now get away from the line. And I'm like, okay, and I got it. And then that was my thing.
Well, it did set. I mean, I guess it made up for it with the money that the parents were paying for school fees. A fucking free sausage roll here or there, or chalky milk.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking red hot.
Absolutely
God.
fucking amazing.
Actually, she called me midweek. She has asked for a key ring to be put aside.
Good.
Mind you,
she
she hadn't quite heard boob chat yet. Yes, I know. Do you know what? Haven't heard from her since.
It's fair. If you are listening to this podcast and you missed last week's podcast, the question was thrown around was, who was the first set of boobs you saw?
Yep.
You
said mums.
I think my mum's, and I then said, that's
Same.
good because I was the same. I saw Tessa's as well.
Yeah.
Jimmy, our throat goat, said that was a genuine laugh for him on the pod, which is always great.
Speaking of Jimmy, I got a real quick one. Jimmy gave a shout out last week to Rowan and brought up his mega offside goal.
Yes.
Yes. So I got a message on Friday, 6:30 p.m. Rowan had started a group with me and Jimmy in it. Rowan simply said, spoke to James this morning on my way to school soccer and he would like to retract his false comments about the offside goal. Also, 3/4F are very keen to get their hands on some talking sport pencils and pens. So Rowan is a teacher. Jimmy has posted a GIF where he says, yes, I do apologise. I retract my statement. It really doesn't, though. It doesn't. And I just put, it's officially in the notes. Thank you. Officially retracted. So there you go. He wasn't offside. I love clearing things like this up.
How would the throat goat merch look in a classroom? I don't know if that's appropriate. Like, are we going to get in trouble for this?
And the other question,
maybe?
Is it a Catholic school?
Yeah, that they're definitely not going to. I mean, Matt, you know what they say? The Catholic
don't.
ones, they're the ones to look out for. They've been suppressed all their life, and they get to a point and bang, it's like a
They've
fucking
been all
truck
their
alarm.
life. The priest gets to them early.
Nah,
They
that's
haven't
the
even
boys.
lived their
That's
life.
the boys, not the girls.
Oh, the girls. The girls. Gotcha.
I guess.
Is your wife Catholic?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, says it all.
It does. It does. And with that, we are out of here. We're back next Sunday night. We'll drop another episode. Going to be very, very focused on the state of origin, and let's go with a fine-tooth comb. All the funny things that Laurie Daley does between now and our next podcast recording, which will mean we might need a 3-hour special.
Yes.
And until next week, Scotty, thank you so much. That was a fun one.
Thank you, mate. Thanks for having me. Everybody out there have an absolute ripper weekend, and I didn't come up with another one, so go fuck yourself, Keha.
Peace, love, dove.